Hello and welcome. I'm Kim, and together with my dogs, Bobby and Pilou, I live in my self-built camper van, and we are getting ready to travel Europe together. Come along as we say yes to new adventures. Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. As I am driving through France and making my way back to the Netherlands, I am passing a town that has a lot of history from World War II, and I decided to go pay it my respects and pay it a visit. The town I went to is called Oradour sur Glane, and on the 10th of June 1944, a horrible massacre took place here. France has made this town into a memorial site, so the town is still left in the original state as it was left in when the Nazis have left the town. Oradour sur Glane was a thriving town. It even had a tram connection to Limoges, the nearby city. Around 1:30, 200 Nazi soldiers came to the town, being led by Commandant Diekmann. They circled the town, made sure all the exits were being blocked, and gathered all the people together. They proclaimed they were there to check everyone's identity and that they had heard of an ammunition base here, so they were going to find it. Because the people of the town knew that there was no ammunition there, they weren't that worried and they complied with their request. Soon the soldiers started splitting the women and children from the men. They also split the men up in smaller groups and led them to sheds or buildings around the village. All the women and children were put into the town's church. When the Nazis had put everyone in their positions, they were keeping them at gunpoint and waiting for the signal. Around 2 o'clock there was an explosion nearby, which was the signal for the Nazis to open their fire. While the women and children were still being kept in the church, the men were being executed. Once the Nazis had executed all the men, they covered them in hay and started setting the buildings on fire. Around 3 o'clock, more soldiers gathered at the entrance of the church. They put a big box in the church, which they set on fire in an attempt to smoke and suffocate all of the women and children. Obviously, this started to cause chaos, and they started shooting at everyone and killing all the women and children inside. After plundering the houses and taking everything they wanted to keep, they started setting fire to all the buildings in the town. A total of 642 people died this day. 200 of them were children. Around 30 people survived this ordeal. Only one woman escaped the church, and some of these 30 people were either not around on this day or they managed to escape the ordeal that was happening. I'm making this video about this town, and I went here because I think it is super important for my generation and generations under me to keep remembering what has happened. I think it's really great that France has kept this town like this. It's really surreal to be walking around here, seeing all of these buildings, seeing all of these belongings, everything just burned and just kept like this. I have never been in a town like this, and it was really, really heartbreaking to see this, but I think it's really important that we don't forget what has happened back then. I know that a lot of the freedom that I have to travel Europe now is because of everything that has happened in World War II, everyone that fought back, all the lives that were lost back then to help stop this war. And I'm very thankful that everyone fought for everyone's freedom. I'm super sorry for what happened to the people in this town, and it should never happen again. And I would really like to thank France for preserving this town, to put a perspective on things and to make us remember what has happened in the past, to make sure it would never happen again in the future. Be the change you want to see in the world. Please be kind to other people. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a chance, go visit the town and support the memorial. I'll see you in the next video.